Hello Year 7. So this video is just to show you how to prepare an image ready for engraving for your LED light project. The first thing you need to do is get an image you want to use for this. Now, I recommend you just go on to Google and you type in the type of design you want. So I recommend you get an animated version of whatever it is you seek for your design. So we've got an animated shark that we're looking for this example. I'm going to go to Tool in Images. I'm going to go to Tools and make sure that we're in Transparent Images setting. If we go Color, we can hit Transparent. So that means we have no background on the images, and it just helps us. I quite like the look of this one, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to view the image, and then I'm simply going to save that onto my desktop temporarily for now. You can see there's one from earlier. Okay, and then we need to open up Adobe Illustrator. Once you open it up, you'll get a screen that looks a bit similar to this. What we then need to do is open, just go File and Open, find the shark that we want, or the image that we want, open that up, and you'll get the image copied onto your screen. And then it's very simply a case of using the Image Trace tool. If you click Image Trace, you'll see it'll trace the image, but it might have done it too much. So if you click this button here, you can actually change the threshold. You can increase or decrease the amount of the image it actually traces. And so we can play around with this to get the visual that we want. Depending on the image you choose, it will depend on how well this works. So you might have to do a bit of trial and error to get the type of image you would like. Once you've done that and you've got the threshold to the level that you would like, you can then close that down. And then it's as simple as exporting that file. Now, it's important that we do this the correct way as well. So we go File, Export. We need to make sure we save it onto the public drive. So I'm going to go to the public drive. And it's important that you save it in your teacher's folder. So I'm going to scroll down to S Parry, which is my folder for my classes. Sorry there, S Parry, there it is. And I've made a folder for this unit. So you need to make sure it goes into this folder and you give it your name and the design. Okay, so it's important that we do it that way. What you must also do is save it as a BMP, which is a bitmap file. You must select that and then hit save. You'll get a series of options. What we need to do there is change this to bitmap as well. We need to make sure that the resolution is in its highest setting, and then we can press OK. And then we get one more window, and we know it's correct if it has 1 bit in the depth here. We press OK there. And then it's ready for us to engrave. It's as simple as that. If you want to get your design engraved, you must do it this way. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.